Greetings and welcome to another first impression review with the Knights of the Turntable. I am CSJR and this is
Jehovah. What up?
I switched it up on you. You didn't even know.
You did. I ain't eating.
You ain't eating. But today we are going to talk about J-Rock's long-awaited, often delayed 90059.
90059.
90059 be the zip. All right, so it's finally out. It officially comes out tomorrow because we are recording this on Thursday. So you can definitely go cop that in like iTunes, Google Play. I think the physical copy will be in stores as well. I don't think he got shafted like Absol with only digital versions. So that should be dope to get the physical. But 90059 is finally here. And we are going to talk about it. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Because we've talked about the lead up to it so many times now. We don't even have to address that at this point. So the first three tracks on the project, we got Necessary, the opener, Easy Bake, which is the Kendrick Lamar SZA feature. And you know what's funny? Kendrick said that on one of the songs that she wasn't even on. And Gumbo being the third track. What did you think of those?
Necessary's a solid intro. It didn't really do much to get me excited though. That's what I look for in an intro is like you have to draw me in. Like this is your opening statement. This is essentially your job interview. How you're opening it up.
Right.
And I mean, it was kind of underwhelming. It was solid. It was just kind of underwhelming for an intro. Easy Bake's cool, and I haven't listened to any of the rock songs, like the singles released, so this is my first time hearing all of it.
Okay, got it.
Easy Bake's cool. I like Kendrick's verse. I think it's a good song, but it really starts hitting a stride with Gumbo. Like Gumbo is just full of soul and rock snaps on it. And it's a very, very good track.
Gotcha. I co-sign what you mean about the opening being kind of damp. I actually feel like the opening instrumental that is not the full song is a better opener than the rest of the song was. I would have enjoyed him actually rapping over that instrumental.
Yeah.
Because it comes in and, when I was listening to it in the car, I was like, oh, this is dope. I was like, oh, 90059. And then it went into the other song and I'm like, well, all right then.
Well, I guess.
Yeah, and I expected to hear that other clip in a full version and we never got that. You know what I'm saying? So Easy Bake, here's my thing with Easy Bake. I hated his voice. I said this before when we talked about it. I hated his voice on it. Kendrick's verse, the first part of it was okay, and then he kind of upped the energy and it was super dope. And I liked the second half a lot.
SZA was solid.
SZA was very, very good. It was some of the best singing that you've heard from her. I feel like Easy Bake was kind of a missed opportunity for a better song because the production on it on both sides was super dope, especially the first half.
And here's my thing with the album too is and I told to you about this in the group me. It sounds like it's Kendrick's vision. It sounds like it's a Kendrick album the way it's set up. Like not with the lyrics or anything, but just the way that it's set up with the beat changes and stuff like that. So it wouldn't shock me if he executive produced the album.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me either. And somebody pointed to me on Twitter. Shout out to, I think Tricity is her name, _Tricity, something like that. She pointed out that J-Rock had said that he wanted to take more chances with hooks and his voice, right? So it wouldn't surprise me if he reached out to Kendrick to get some tips on that and the structure of the project as well, switching things up. Because he definitely took some chances, which I appreciate because I like to see artist growth, real growth, not what that website said was growth on Dom Kennedy's project, but actual growth from an artist. And sometimes it didn't work. We'll get to those, and sometimes it did. With his voice on Easy Bake, I feel like this was one of the moments it didn't work, but that's only in the first verse. And the rest of the song, he is just rapping normally, and it worked well. So it was decent. Gumbo is fire. The production is fire. The rhyming is fire. And this is one of the moments where him taking the chance worked because we have J-Rock singing on the hook.
Mm-hmm.
And it works. It's dope. That's probably my favorite hook on here.
And you know what's crazy is that it doesn't sound like J-Rock at all.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And I think he was trying to go for that with a lot of the stuff. Just kind of get out of pocket with a lot of it. And it's unexpected, but it works. I love that. May be my favorite song. I got to listen to it a few more times.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't know about that. Vice City's my favorite.
Vice City is not my favorite. We'll get there. We're working in that direction. But all right, so that's the first three. Now, next three. We got Wanna Ride featuring Isaiah Rashad.
Mm-hmm.
We got The Ways featuring Sir, and Telegram Going Crazy featuring Lance Skywalker.
Wanna Ride, like my issue with Wanna Ride is that Isaiah Rashad ruined the hook. And it sounds so much like Kendrick. Why couldn't Kendrick hop on the hook?
That is true. I didn't think about the Kendrick part.
Like that's just my beef with it. Like it kind of ruined the song for me.
I love the production on this song. I enjoyed Rock's verses, which I don't think there was a moment I didn't enjoy Rock's verse, even on the absolute worst song on here,
mm-hmm.
which is coming up soon. But yeah, I agree. Isaiah Rashad, the hook, and he's good at hooks. He does hooks for other people, and it's really good. But this one just didn't go over as well. And I can understand if you felt like that ruined the experience.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely understand it. With Rock taking so many chances with his voice, he could have just done the hook himself.
Yeah. And you know what's funny about this project too is that this is the first one where all of TDE is all on it.
Yep, every last one of them.
Every single one of them.
This is correct. So that was Wanna Ride. The Ways, which are featuring Sir, is not as memorable to me, but this is also one of the better hooks on that album too. This one, it sounds like he took a lot of influence from people like Drake or whoever, or Quentin Miller, whoever does the hooks for Drake. It reminded me of something like that more than anything, but still, it was really good to have that difference with J-Rock. But what'd you think of that one?
I liked it. That was actually one of the standouts to me was The Ways. Like I thought it was solid, and it helped like wash the taste out of my mouth from Wanna Ride.
Gotcha. What'd you think of Telegram?
Telegram's another solid one, and that actually leads into what I was going to say about 90059 is that like it's that 90059 is sandwiched in between two solid songs. Like we're gonna like be okay, yeah, okay, so there's this song here, and we're just gonna put it here, and there's a good song here and a good song here, but this one's gonna be shit.
I have a feeling they only kept this because it is the title track. Because it is so bad. Like it should have been on the cutting room floor.
That is terrible.
This is the absolute worst song on the album, and it sucks because his verses were good, but the hook and the like whatever you want to call it is so horrendous.
That shit sounded like somebody else trying to do a knockoff ODB song. Not J-Rock doing one, but J-Rock doing a knockoff of an ODB song. Like
doing a knockoff of a knockoff. It was so bad, man. And I hate it because I was like, I heard this before I listened to the project, and I was like, maybe it'll sound better in sequence. Nope. Maybe they'll change some things up. No, it's the exact same, and it's so bad. You're right. It's sandwiched between two good songs. Which the next one is the long-awaited Black Hippie feature because we haven't had an official one in so long.
Yep.
Vice City.
Whoo, buddy. Can I go ahead and say what I want to say about this?
Go right ahead, sir.
Schoolboy Q had the best verse.
Easily. Like no contest. They use a unique flow. And I'll tell you, the first time I listened to Vice City, I did not like it. And I think, I didn't like it at first. And the reason why is because J-Rock and Kendrick have the weakest verses on the song.
Mm-hmm.
And they started off.
Actually, I don't know about that. I think Soul and Kendrick do.
I actually enjoy Souls.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, even that little pause where he was just like, hold up. Let me wait a minute. Let me think about it. Like, I don't know why.
I mean, that was cool, but I think that J-Rock had a better verse than him on there. But I mean, that's the thing though, is that like they all had good verses. It's just like it's like ranking your favorite kid. Like it's hard.
Yeah, that's true. Schoolboy he felt like it seemed like he was more comfortable with that flow than the other guys were, and he did more with it than they did also.
Well, that's more up his lane too. Like he's more charismatic when he raps. And so that was more down his lane, the way that they were going, like with the 3 bars and then like a slight like dip in the 4th one, or whatever. But that flow is going to be mimicked so many times in the next week. It's going to be the new Migos flow.
Yeah, this is true. And Vice City is kind of a moment where my expectations got the best of me, because I try not to have expectations too much. But I was so excited to hear a Black Hippie project, you know what I'm saying, or a song, that I was looking for like this super rapid bar fest from all of them. And they did more of a relaxed, kind of fun exchange between all of them. And like on my second listen, I liked it a lot more, because I got over the whole thing or whatever. And even the first listen, I couldn't deny Schoolboy's verse. Point blank, period. Can't deny it at all. And I was pissed when it ended. I wanted more of Schoolboy's verse.
And it's just the way he opened it up. He said something about like being 30-something, still set tripping. And like, that just set it off from there.
Yep. And I think he kind of dropped a little double entendre when he said, see about it. After the set tripping line.
Yeah.
Snuck that in there. But all right, so let's move on to the last 3 songs on the project. We got Fly on the Wall with the unexpected Busta Rhymes feature. Money Trees Deuce featuring Lance Skywalker again, and then The Message. I'll say, first off, that I really enjoyed Busta Rhymes' verse.
Yo, I did too. In the year of our Lord 2015, we have 2 good Busta Rhymes verses.
So good. We got Surf and we got freaking 90059. And I thought it was super cool what he was talking about, like kind of noticing the growth from J-Rock as an artist and TDE and stuff like that. Yeah. And kind of saying that he was a fan of him and one of the biggest flies on the walls watching him blow up. And I thought that was super dope, man.
Yeah.
And J-Rock was telling a pretty badass story throughout that song too.
Yeah, and that's a subject matter that you don't really hear, is like people don't give props on songs. Like
in hip hop, no.
No. Like, so for Busta to big up, TDE and J-Rock on his song, I think that's a huge accomplishment for J-Rock.
Yep, and you know what that reminds me of? It's happened with TDE artists. I may be just forgetting something with other people, but I can remember The Game and Kendrick on The City and 50 Cent and Schoolboy Q. I can't remember the name of the song.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but it's the same situation where they're really bigging up these guys as artists. And I mean, TDE guys definitely deserve it for sure.
Yeah.
The missing piece, we got to get Jay-Z and Ab Soul on the track, because he's a big Jay-Z fan. And he's supposed to wrap circles around him. I don't know if Ab Soul can do that anymore.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. 42-year-old Hove.
But I enjoyed that song a lot. Money Trees Deuce is a favorite. It's been a favorite since it was released as a single. And
like that, like his flow on that, it just takes you back to the original. And like the flow on the original is amazing anyway, so.
Yeah, this is with the first song was such an amazing song. You get a little worried when you see something that's supposed to be a sequel to such a great song. But it executes in every way, and I enjoy it. I wish there would have been a Kendrick feature on it, but I realized that they wanted this to be a really, really big song for J-Rock. They wanted this to be the hit that really got him some shine, I think. And the video is dope too. I don't know if you ever saw it.
No, not yet.
It's good. But what'd you think of The Message? Final song.
It was a good way to end it. Even though it started out kind of dry, like to end it with that, it's kind of it's kind of cool. Yeah,
I think it was a better ending than the opening song was the opening.
Yeah, and like that's the good thing too. And we talked about this with the Gunplay First Impression. Like it's 11 songs. It's perfect. There's content everywhere. There's good subject matter everywhere. The beats are nice, and it's short enough to keep your attention span. Like I listened to this while I was watching the game earlier.
Yeah, and I could have done with one less song. He could have cut 90059 off there. I really wish, and it would have got even like higher rating for me in terms of it. But what were you about to say?
No, I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay, got it. But yeah, 90059, so bad. That and what are your worst songs on the project?
I would say that, excuse me, 90059 and Wanna Ride. Those are the two ones that I'll probably be skipping every time that I play it.
Okay. And best?
Vice City, Gumbo, and Money Trees Deuce.
Got you. My favorite, Money Trees Deuce and Gumbo. Those are my absolute favorites, like miles ahead of everything, in my opinion. So, word to that. Would you recommend it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Word. Co-signer. 2 out of 2. We'll get some more perspectives from other people that just couldn't be on because of scheduling issues and whatnot. But final words, Joe?
We finally got a J-Rock project so we can stop robbing people.
No, the thing is, y'all got to go buy it. You got to go buy it on September 11th so he won't rob people.
Yo, what's that thing that you said before? Something about you say go to the bathroom.
You got to go in the bathroom, cut the lights off, and say 90059 3 times.
And J-Rock will appear.
It's gonna happen anyway if you don't go buy the album. So we don't need that horror thing.
Yo, you know that scene in Family Guy where Stewie said, "I had a Willem Dafoe under my bed once." Like I envisioned J-Rock just sliding up out of the bed, like, "Hey, you buy my album yet?"
Oh my goodness! Somebody needs to like animate that.
Oh my god!
But business as usual. Hit the eye annotation in the top right if you'd like to donate to the Koalition.com so we can improve the things that we do. Everything's going to be free regardless. All the podcasts and everything that we do on there. There's some top-notch quality content. There's some videos. There's some written stuff, and we just really enjoy talking music. So hit us up. Watch the Nights of the Turntable podcast that we do every week. The new episode should be going up on Friday as well, the latest episode at least. And we try to do those every week for the most part. So we appreciate y'all listening. Hit us with some feedback. Let us know what your favorite tracks are in the comments, and we will see y'all next time. Peace out. 90059